shooting about how Alice was spawn of Satan. Welcome to the Toxic Tavern. This story is from D&D Horror Stories. No name. Dad's friend is creepy at the table. How do I respond? Howdy Reddit. Important characters. Paul, my dad's friend playing Goliath Barbarian. My dad playing a Drow Bard. Alice, my girlfriend playing Aasimar Druid. And myself, Dungeon Master. There was supposed to be a fourth player, my friend Steve, but he had a family emergency and couldn't make it. Backstory. I'm a 16-year-old guy who's been playing D&D since the 3rd grade. I started playing with Lost Mine and Pandavla and solo with my dad. I fell in love with D&D, fast forwarded a couple of months ago, and I'm a DM. I love writing and have been running games with my friends for a couple of years. My friend is not your typical D&D gal, nor am I, but it's not really about me. She's into sports and a real social butterfly. She got into D&D because I mentioned it in passing and she wanted to play with me. Awesome, because I'm running a one-shot. The incident. I was reading online and found this monster called a false hydra, and I immediately knew I wanted to run a one-shot with it. Cue the setting. A town under false hydra's effect, already missing vital members of its community. I called my friends, but only Steve and Alice were available. Not ideal, but I run more roleplay heavy games anyway, so I could sideline the combat. Later on, Steve came by my house so we could go to the gym and mention his character idea for the one-shot. My dad overheard and asked if he could join. I said yes. This isn't weird for us. My dad plays in most of my games and he's super chill. So everyone makes a character, but Steve has a family emergency the day before. I'm set to run the adventure. So we down a man. Luckily, or unluckily, my dad's friend Paul is in town and Paul loves D&D. So boom, Paul is in. So it's the day of the event. My dad is grabbing snacks and Alice and I are chatting when Paul arrives. He sits down at the table next to Alice and just kinda stares at her. I ask what's up and he just remarks, I don't know why you like girls dressed this way. I'm already upset, but my dad returns before anything can happen. So we play in the adventure and everyone is introducing their characters when Alice says she's an Aasimar. Paul laughs and says, of course. He then starts talking about how those that stray from God always try to associate with him, which I still don't fully understand. Was he saying that she's straying from God by dressing how she was? Anyway, we playing and I'm dropping the first couple of hints that there is a Hydra. Alice is super smart, so I'm worried she'll catch on, but she doesn't know what a false Hydra is. Good, we're in the clear. First night passes and I'm geared up to deliver the big Hydra moment. That's there had in fact been a fourth adventurer with them that has just been killed in front. I was going to describe the adrenaline pumping and them seeing a severed arm. They would find a backpack containing a journal that describes a thing that they've done only from a different perspective, that of their dead friend. You can tell I'm passionate, but I don't get to. I'm about to launch into the scene when Paul pipes up that he wants to do something real quick. In downtime, I'm not about to stop roleplay, so I give him the go-ahead. He turns to Alice and starts leering at her. He starts describing how his Goliath finds her so irresistible and goes into great detail about her voluptuous body. She looks positively terrified and I get this protective surge. I stand up and practically yell at Paul. You're not about to non-con my girlfriend in a D&D game. Get the fuck out of my house. Paul leaves in a fluster, shooting about how Alice was spawn of Satan, and my dad starts getting mad at me about how I treated Paul. I took Alice home in a rage. Was I in the wrong? Should I have let my dad's friend have his way? I don't think so, since she won't play D&D with me anymore. No, you are in the fucking right. Always stick up for this shit. It doesn't need to be like this, man. Fucking doesn't need to be.